guys, Saki with another Command & Conquer regular video. In this game I'm playing a free-for-all match on the map Open Warfare. I'm starting in the bottom left position, playing as the Soviets. Now you can see it's just started. I did actually forget to press the record button before the start, so that's why it's just started at this point. And we're on the map Open Warfare, and those of you who know a bit about this map, you'll know it contains a mixture of gems and ore in different places. And we've got a free-for-all match between 4 players, and at the moment what I'm doing is I'm just trying to figure out where the other opponents are. Nose is playing in this match. Now I was using one of my names that I used for troll accounting, that was Super Nice Guy. At this point though, Nose knew that I wasn't like a noob, because I'd fought Armadillo in a 1v1 match which I'd won. He asked me about it at the start of the game. But as we can see, Yellow have some scouts, and the most important place for me to scout first was the bottom right position, because that's another one of the other opponents can start there. And you can see what I'm immediately going for is the multiple MCV, and it usually works in these sorts of matches, because with free-for-all matches you tend not to get people going for you immediately. And I'm just getting a barracks out just for some infantry, just do a little bit more scouting to the right, and just have a bit more people, scouts to defend. Yeah, because we saw those yellow troops going down to the bottom right of the map, and what I don't want them to see also is I'm building multiple MCVs, because that could like alert that if you alert someone that you're going for a multi-MCV strategy, they are probably going to attack you very early on. I know I've done that quite a few times. And you can see we've got an MCV out early, and now we're going to start building some tanks and just get some defence, because we know that Nose might be quite close. And we can see actually Cyan looks to be in the bottom right, so I probably missed a bit of the area there while I was scouting. I probably didn't scout far enough, and we'll want to get rid of Cyan probably pretty early on, possibly. And yeah, you can see I'm just building up a Tesla coil there, just in case Nose comes in with some light tanks early on. And yeah, I've got another large plant and another Tesla coil, because usually allies, they can build light tanks, and Tesla coils are very powerful against light tanks because of the low HP. So I'm just keeping an eye out at the moment for any attack from anywhere. And you can see red are also at the top, so I think that'll possibly be Nose's first opponent. And you can see me destroying that bridge, just to give Nose less entrance points to my base. And you can see that red are already out of the game, so that's early defeat. So Nose probably attacked him with light tanks early on, taking him out of the game. And now I'm going to need to be extra careful, because I could get attacked at any time. And you can see me getting another MCV out. Now I'm probably going to guess that Nose hasn't gone for multiple MCVs, so the longer this game goes on, the more advantage I'm going to be having, because I'm building buildings a lot quicker than Nose is. And you can see there's quite a narrow gap if you go from the middle downwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and sort of like create a bottleneck there and build some Tesla coils at the other side of the bottleneck, although Nose could come from the left, because he does know this map, so that would be a definite possibility. And I'm going to get a radar dome just to give me that map visibility, so I can see what's going on in different parts, so I don't get any surprise attacks. Although you can see my map visibility isn't great, I could have done a little bit better with the scouting early on. And now I'm going to be just going up, getting a bit of this map uncovered, and I'm going to be using this middle ore patch. And you can see that the middle part of this map is there is a lot of ore there, especially, so I'm going to just be uncovering this a little bit, getting a bit more visibility around, and probably try and really take control of this middle section of the map, because it'll just give me access to a load more resources. And we can still see Cyan actually down there. I'm just aiming for defence at the moment because I'm expecting an attack from Nose at any point. And he's probably the more immediate threat than Cyan, I think.
Unit ready.
And we're just getting these extra MCVs, you can see, because every time, the more MCVs I build, the faster I'm going to be able to expand, and the faster I'm going to be able to build up tank numbers. Now we can see that Nose has been quite quiet, so I don't know whether he's going for a multi-MCV strategy himself. That could very well be the case, because when you defeat the opponent near you, it obviously gives you a bit of breathing space, and he does know there's 2 of us left in the game, so he might be just waiting for like either Cyan or me to be out of the game before he attacks. And what we're going to do is going to have a look at those bridges and see if they're still standing, because that'll just give us an entrance point. And yeah, you can see I'm actually, my ore's been pretty good, and you can see Nose is at the other side of that bridge with his light tanks. And I mean, that's quite a good thing for us actually, because we are playing Soviets. I do have fast building speed. I can build Tesla. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to expand my base up to this point, and then I'm going to place some Tesla coils at the other side of this bridge, just because it sort of like creates a bottleneck again, and the Tesla are very effective in those situations. So you can see my Tesla now firing on Nose's troops, and you can see retreating immediately because he knows it's not a good idea to go across that bridge. And we can see, I think he's expanding in the top left, because I can see, yeah, we can see some buildings popping up there from the radar dome. And we're going to have a look at the other bridge as well.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
And what that'll mean is there'll be like sort of like 2 entrance points apart from these 2 bridges. Obviously there's a little gap there, and you can see Nose there as well, bringing his tanks forward. He's now got medium tanks though, and now he's trying to go through, so there's going to be a little bit of fight. And you can see my tanks have sort of got a bit stuck here, so this is me in a bit of a bad position. And now we're fighting Nose's force. He's got a mix of light and medium tanks, but we're able to build really quickly, and we're getting some Tesla down, and his retreat fell back. Because what you don't want to get in the fight with the Soviets is you don't want to fight Tesla and tanks at the same time, because that could be like a deadly combination. And you can see my tank building speed is pretty good at the moment. And what I'm doing is I'm just expanding out as much as I can and just getting control as much as I can. And what I'm going to also do is, yeah, I'm just going to the left as well. You can see the tank forces of Nose there, and you can see how bad the path in here. It's so bad, so when you try and move anywhere, your sort of tanks tend to go where you don't want them to, as you could see there. And you can see as soon as I did that, Nose was on top of me straight away. But I'm just putting Nose at that Tesla tanks at that other bottleneck. And you can see I've got another couple of MCVs just to increase my building speed even more. Although probably now it's at the point where it's not going to matter too much about building speed or buildings. Because I want to be able to pull up some Tesla really quickly, but now we're going to go to the left of the map, because we know at the left of the map, that's the only part that's not defended by Tesla. So we're going to go to that part and see if Nose decides to join us there. And you can see us bringing an MCV along, so we can get a war factory up there very quickly and get some tanks out. And you can see us building there. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and take control of the ore patch on this part of the map. So we'll have to see if Nose is going to come and defend, because that is a big ore patch, and it will be very valuable for us if we can like gain control over it. And you can see Nose is there, and I'm just going to have to be careful here actually, because their Cyan's had quite a bit of time to build up. I did expect their sort of maybe Nose to attack before this point. I thought we'd be locked in battle, but we haven't been as much as we could have. And yeah, I'm just going to build some Tesla coils. You can see he's got mammoth tanks, which is quite annoying actually, and I'm just trying to build flamethrowers into his base. yeah, that one didn't actually quite work that time, but we need some tanks to get with us. And what I'll do is I'll just try and probably flamethrower crawl into his base, because you can see Nose isn't on the attack at the moment. I think he's building stuff up at the top part of the map, and because we've got the radar dome, we'll be able to see if he comes. And you can see while Cyan's distracted with my tanks, I'm going to be building flamethrowers into his base. And you can see his base is very compact, and that's it's not the best idea to do that in Red Alert, because if you do a like really compact base, it means your ore trucks are going to have to like travel a long way to the ore. And you can see the Tesla coils don't actually fire automatically on flame towers. And you can see us destroying all the main buildings now, and Cyan's in trouble, and you can see a lot of his tanks forces have already gone, and yeah, these flamethrowers are just absolutely destroying his buildings, and it doesn't look like there's anything Cyan can do, and he's tapped out. So that's quite good, because Nose didn't take that opportunity to attack me while I was busy with him, so it puts us in a pretty good position. And we've got a lot of map control, but you can see the ore patches are actually running out, so we're going to try and really take control of this ore patch to the top left. And you can see Nose coming down now. He's bringing some tanks here, and we're going to try and take this fight. We're using heavy tanks, but a lot of our tanks are displaced at the other side of the map, so we'll have to see how this fight goes. You can see tank numbers at the moment though are quite even, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and take control of this ore patch and get rid of those yellow ore trucks. And you can see Nose isn't able to defend against this, and we're able to take control of this area, so those yellow ore trucks are no longer going to be able to really mine there. You can see him sort of like defending the bottleneck there, but yeah, the ore patch is at the other side, which is the thing. But you can see that Nose has built a navy, so that could cause some issues, because the navy is quite, well, will be quite annoying, especially where we're fighting. And if he builds cruisers, that could destroy part of my base. So we'll have to see how this fight goes. You can see Nose now just trying to defend in that bottleneck. You can see my tanks having a hard time getting to it, but we're slowly able to get through those medium tanks, and now they are pulling back. And I'm just going to build a couple of Tesla coils just to defend that patch. And you can see Nose trying to attack the other side of our base, and he's got a lot of light tanks there, and Nose are very weak, as we know, against Tesla, and it seems to be a bit of a massacre at this point. Those tanks not getting very far at all. Yeah, and you can just see how much damage it can do, and how much trouble Nose has trying to get them through that gap. I mean, when you got a narrow gap like that, and you've got loads of Tesla at the other side, it's just so hard. And now you can see us inside Nose's main base, and we're just taking out buildings now, or refineries, and we're going to go for it. You can see he's got quite a few tanks, but I think I'll probably have the better supply of tanks from my base, because I've got control of more ore patches. But you can see that force is large, and it doesn't look like those heavy tanks are going to be enough at this point. But I am bringing heavy tanks in, reinforcing from the bottom of the map. And you can see that MCV undeployed there, but it doesn't really matter at this stage, because you can see how good my ore reserves are. I'm just going to build a couple of war factories, and then I'm going to be just flooding tanks in to Nose's base. But you can see him there with the medium and light tanks taking out those remaining heavy tanks. But the question is, where can Nose attack from? Because I am getting tanks built very, very quickly, and I am well defended across all the bridges. But you can see we're having a bit of trouble on this left side, because he's got those cruisers, and you can see making short work of those Tesla coils. And you can see now it's getting a bit hard to defend on this side of the map, because those cruisers can fire on my tanks, they can fire on my buildings, and you can see him just keeping those tanks to the left side. And I don't know whether he's going to go for the inside of my base. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be very hard for him to get to the bottom of there, because of the rate I'm able to put Tesla coils down. And I think that was a little bit of a mistake from Nose there, but he still has some tanks left. But I am wondering if he has any ore patches left, because there isn't a great deal of ore in that top part of the map, and you can see that tank force being whittled down now. He doesn't have too much left, and my tank force is getting replenished quite quickly. So I'm trying to like take them back and away from those air cruisers, because those cruisers do a lot of damage to tanks. And you can see us now attacking Nose's base, and I think he's saying there it's going to be good game because there's nothing Nose can do. I think he doesn't have the ore reserves left, so I think we won that match because it was just basically map control. We controlled most of the map, we got more ore, we were able to build a greater number of tanks. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video.